It's the weekend and it's time to get back out on the water however you have to. Welcome back, guys, to this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Many of you may have noticed it was a holiday weekend last week and the googans were out. Some of you may be asking yourselves, what exactly is a googan? Well, if you go online and search the definition of this word, you're going to find a lot of different options out there, but a lot of it seems to trace back to a fishing term referring to somebody who's a little less experienced at fishing, or somebody who really didn't know what they were doing or would do stupid stuff while they were out on the water fishing. But over time, this term really has grown to encompass more than just fishermen. It pretty much has to do with anybody out there on the water doing something stupid or maybe being inexperienced and showing that inexperience while out on the water. And of course, as you can guess, a holiday weekend is going to bring out the best of that crowd, from people not necessarily understanding right away on the water to people just learning how to use their vessels for the first time, or maybe just learning how to back up the trailer the first time. You're going to see all kinds of stuff out there on a holiday weekend, and we're going to look at some of that today. Sometimes the googanism will be obvious, kind of like we can see right here at the boat ramp, but other times you're not going to see it coming. You might just be enjoying yourself at your dock, prepping or starting to get your boat ready to get out there on the water when all of a sudden the googans show up out of nowhere. You can't always see them coming. Sometimes they're just going to pop up and bad things are going to happen. Now, I will admit sometimes it's hard to tell if these are googan moves or something went wrong, but even still, when something goes wrong, it still usually has to do with lack of inexperience as to why it can get out of control. Because even in this situation right here, if they had some kind of mechanical failure, they could have killed the motor at any point in time, and this vessel would have definitely not wound up in the wall like this. And here's a good example here where you might think googan, but I actually met these people. They were in Bimini this week and they were having mechanical failure. They lost neutral and reverse on their vessel, so they only had forward to come into the dock and were trying to get it docked, well, and things just went a little wrong still. And of course, one of our favorites, the runaway vessel. Oh! Now, I know what you're thinking, with no captain on board, how can this one really be a googan experience? But the reality with this is it absolutely still is. Oh! This vessel right here has tossed its captain overboard, but this vessel absolutely has a safety kill switch lanyard on it, which this captain should have been wearing. Now, new Coast Guard law makes people have to wear this in vessels under 26 foot. This vessel looks pretty close to the size, so I'm not 100% sure the captain had to be wearing it, but if it's equipped with it, you might as well have it on. You never know when you're going to need it. Now, this one really is a tough call. Here you can see they're pulling these jet skis out of the water, and we have some sort of equipment failure, but it's tough to tell if the equipment failure is because somebody messed up or if the equipment itself actually failed. But this crew right here is taking the ride the wrong way, and all of a sudden, things go awry. I'll tell you what though, there really is quite a lot going on here. Right here you can see our first person tries to actually stop this, which was pretty impressive that she got in the way, but even more impressive that she learned really quickly she needed to get out of the way. One of our girls decides with the quickness she wants nothing to do with riding on this thing and jumps off, and the second girl, well, she's probably wishing she'd done the same. And this is definitely another one of those things you're going to see in a holiday weekend, and that's people getting out on the water however they can. Yes, this crew is out there battling the rapids in a little tuggy. If you're not sure what that is, well, that's a little tugboat that's actually a sandbox, but for some reason this crew decided they were going to make it their whitewater raft for the day. Another thing that seems to happen a lot on holiday weekends is family and friends want to get out there and teach their friends how to drive a boat.
Grab it! Holy sh**! Hold on! Paddle it back! Hold on to it! All your strength, bro! Oh my god! No, this can't be happening!
How did it fall?
Hold on! Holy...
Oh, I got it!
Yes! Just pull it up. Pull it up and in, and then paddle it in as fast as you can.
Yes.
Oh my god!
And of course, another one you'll see out there is the googan who's had a little too much fun on the holiday weekend and decides they want to take a swim. And of course, one of our last ones we'll visit today will be that googan who does one of the biggest mistakes they can make of all, and that's not subscribe to this channel. And you know, if you don't subscribe to this channel, there are always consequences.
Aw, man, I got some Mr. Bracco's Guru. You gonna love this. Man. Whew. Good thing I subscribed, man. I don't want my Drain Plug stolen. I don't want my boat on fire.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening in your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Griffin Grant, Heather Gibbler, Johan Hessman, John Graddick, Oliver2121, Rayo Perez, Ryan Schoonover, Scott Rogers, and Trending 6 did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.